Okay, so this is about monitoring. So what to monitor? Yeah, of course, monitoring means what to monitor. I will tell very basic thing. This is my laptop, right? So my laptop, I want to monitor my laptop. How to monitor? Just looking at, we don't know, but we have to monitor is very simple. Go to task manager. Go to task manager. So I right click on my task bar, and I got a task manager here. You can try in your system also, no problem. Go to task manager. See, this is my different process are running here. This is my CPU, memory, disk, network, my graphic card, GPU. So how much total it is occupied? See, disk read and write, and this is the memory. So 47% is almost occupied, and 49, 53 CPS keep changing kind of stuff. Okay, so this is the performance. So we monitor performance of CPU, memory, disk, and network. Okay, like that. So you see this, I connected with a Wi-Fi. So my traffic, my incoming and outgoing traffic through the Wi-Fi adapter. See, this is how it is look like, sometimes high, sometimes low. Okay, CPU, so it touches 100% and as well as a fall down also. Memory, so I'm having 12 GB RAM, and currently it is consuming around 5.5 GB. It is occupying, so I got almost 6.3 available GB out of 12. Disk read and write, I have a two hard disk. Okay, so read and write into the hard disk. So with the what capacity? So mainly I'm using C drive, so that's why C drive is very important. D drive, E drive. So I'm using that one, so it is showing like this. Okay, and a Wi-Fi network. So in a individual PCs, how to monitor a simple PC. So what to monitor in the infrastructure also? Your CPU. Okay, your central processing unit, your monitor CPU performance monitoring, CPU monitoring. RAM means memory monitoring. Hard disk, storage related monitoring, or SSD if you have SSD. Next, network. Network means Wi-Fi or Ethernet. So network monitoring. Okay, so these are the main monitoring of. Next one is application related monitoring. So you have an application, and application is running, and how much it is occupying CPU, how much burden on its CPU and RAM. Well, application is running, so how much burden on CPU and RAM and a hard disk and a network. Sorry, why it is network? Okay, is there. So application monitoring is like that. So you can see process monitoring. So these are all applications and services are running. But if you see, this is the go-to meeting. Where is why go-to meeting? This is the go-to meeting. So totally, it is taking my CPU power around 20 to 25%. It occupying around a 250 MB RAM, and disk also it is occupying. See, and also consuming my 1% of net point 0.1 Mbps it is consuming, including GPU also it is consuming. Okay, like this is the my go-to meeting. This is my Google processor. See, 30% on a my it is CPU it is occupying. See, each process is will take some memory or a from the CPU. Memory means RAM and disk and a network, and of course if you have a graphical processes. Application performance monitoring or a process monitoring. Process or a application related monitoring. So this is very simple way to monitor. But I look at my CPU, RAM, hard disk, and network performance monitoring. Okay, or a application or a process of a system. There, how much they are affecting on my CPU, RAM, and hard disk, and network, and GPU. So I monitor. That is a single system only. But in a real time, we don't have one system, right? So you have to. I have a lot of systems in my place. Okay, I have a lot of computers, laptops, servers are there in my organization. For example, there is 100 computers are there. So can you go and check each and every computer, how the system performance is there, how much RAM is consuming, how much application is affect on your CPU and RAM. So can you go and each and every PC 100 computers, or you take hire 100 employees for monitoring individually? It is very difficult. Not only difficult, it is almost like impossible type only. So what we are doing is, I took a software, some software. So I took a one PC like a S1, and I installed some software. Using this software, I monitor entire infrastructure. I monitor entire infrastructure. So all PCs, each individual PCs, there are their status. Okay. So I'm writing here. Then I will put a heading later. So status means on, off, okay, or their CPU, RAM condition, hard disk condition, network connectivity. Okay, so like that. So we can check the status of each individual PC. What is status of individual PCs or computers, switches, networking component switches, routers, or maybe Wi-Fi routers, servers. Okay, storage devices, storage devices like a NAS or SAN kind of stuff. Okay, so their status, whether it is working, not working, on, off, how much CPU it is consuming, how much RAM it is consuming, how much hard disk is consuming, or a network connection. First, initially, I monitor my infrastructure using this application. Centrally, I am monitoring. How I am monitoring? Centrally, I am monitoring. I no need to go to each individual PC. Each PC status I know from the single screen only. Just like I open a screen and I know each and every PC how it is performing. Okay. Next, monitoring some application. So monitoring an application, so we can monitor an application also, how this particular application performing in this particular PC or a multiple PCs. Monitoring application, status monitoring of your infrastructure, status monitoring of a infrastructure. Okay, monitoring application performance. Okay, monitor application performance. Next one is just like another example I want to tell. For example, you have a database, servers are there. For example, you have a database, servers are there. For example, Oracle database servers, MySQL, okay, MySQL, MariaDB, like that. you have a database servers, better to monitor your database servers whether data is able to access or not, database accessible or not, data read and write is happening or not. Okay, so accessibility of data. Okay, access status. Okay, read and write means whether databases can be able to insert that into the tables or not. Okay, or maybe database we can able to read the data or not through some application or so, completely monitoring. Okay, these are a basic monitor. So a lot of different type of monitorings are there, like a monitoring a DHCP server services, monitor servers services. Okay, services. Okay, like Active Directory. Okay, user logins. Okay, user logins, DHCP uh, server, DNS queries. Okay, DNS queries, VPN connections, like that. So we can able to the server services are running, or server services are working properly or not. So that is also we have to monitor it. So what is the advantage of monitoring like that? Already I told in a service desk, if one of my system is not working, or maybe I'm not getting internet, maybe some application is not opening, maybe I connected to server and server is not responding. So this is my customer. So I'm getting issue. So I have to report to my sorry, to my service desk person. I have to report to my service desk person, and I have to wait to service desk person should be responded and solve my issues, right? It will take a time duration. Instead of that, if I monitor each and everything, so immediately I know some issues occur, I got a alert. So then I have a events, so what happened exactly and where is the problem. Is a problem at a PC side or a user side, or maybe problem at a server side, immediately we knows. Then what happens? The solution is very simple. Even before user given a complaint, or after user is given a complaint, but anytime we know what happens, and we can immediately start solving, because we are notified an issue and immediately start solve the issues, right? So that is the importance of monitoring. So different things are we can able to monitoring. Okay, in the system there is a monitoring softwares are there. So just simply put in a monitoring tools or a monitoring software. Okay, PRTZ is a one of the monitoring tool. Okay, yeah, you can open this PRTZ is also, and but you can try what are the monitoring tools, top 10 monitoring tools, like that also you can try, you will get it. Last time I take some monitoring tools list, but I forget to keep it. As you said, correct. Better to use PPTs or a particular node, so then we'll fix to that one only. Okay, this is a list is given by a website. So then also I'll give that link also from where I got that information from here. So compulsory free edition or a free trial edition are a different thing. So compulsory verify it. Sometimes we need a crack, so then we can put it. Some are open source are there, so be careful with the open source, and you can use it. 1 second, why this is looking correct only. Why why Okay, so here it is free type. It is a Nagivice. First of all, Nagivice is a multiple tools are there, so you can type in Nagivice. Nagivice X1. So we can download very freely. Okay, so you can download an Nagivice. You not only a network monitor, as I said, a different type of monitorings you will get it in a Nagivice. So what to use is a this middle one. You can download for a VMware, and once you download, you will get a OVF file. You have to extract and connect it to your VMware workstation or a Oracle virtual box also, so we can use it. Okay, so you can try in any YouTube videos also, we can find it. Just you have to click on a yeah, download for VMware. So you will shows these things. Workstation player, better download this part. Download now. It will give you at least 60 days of a free edition, not more than 60 days. Okay, 30 to 60 days you will get a free edition. For your practice, you will get it, and you have to follow that kind of stuff. This is the VMware workstation application, and this is the Oracle VirtualBox. Both will work with that one, but we don't have a time to deploy, so that's why I'm not showing. Another one is Zabbix. Zabbix is also free edition. Zabbix is also free one. So we same as a Nagios, but the Zabbix is completely free. So we can monitor network, servers, and applications also, just like a Nagios. Next one is PRTZ. Start with the PRTZ. Uh, yeah. So Solar Winds. No, no, no. Datadog is now no, 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 no. Yeah, PRTG. This is the network monitoring tool. This is the one of the another powerful network monitoring tool also. Trial version. Next, Solar Winds network performance monitoring. So same as like I said now, you will get this status kind of stuff. You will get this kind of status kind of stuff, and of a switches, routers, networking devices, PCs, servers. You'll get it. Okay, so that is a network performance monitoring. We'll get it. The widely used network monitoring is WhatsApp Gold. WhatsApp Gold, not WhatsApp Gold. WhatsApp Gold. So this is the widely used SNMP based network monitoring tool. So what is this SNMP? While monitoring, widely used protocol is SNMP, Simple Network Management Protocol. Okay, so it is used 161 and 162 port numbers. So how it is works, I will explain and I will close it. Someone send a message. I think open source means very good. I will tell. Open source means, yeah, what is this SNMP? So here is a main software is there now, central software, and others I want to monitor. SNMP agents are there. Agent means is also a piece of software installed in the client machines, means other machines or routers, servers, switches, computers, database machines. These agent softwares are installed into that machines. This is a main master, and this is the agent. Normally master and slave is there, no? The slave word keep we are using a less nowadays, because the slavery word should be removed in our complete idea. Either it is human to human, or maybe human to maybe in a computer IT organization or any place, the slave word should be used very less or a no. So that's why we are using these are as a agents here. This is the master and these are agents. These agents will send a data to your main server, central server. These agents will send a data to main server. So the main server collect the data from the agents. So they will put it on a screen. Very simply, we can get the data from agents. Okay, so that is centralized monitoring will achieve. Okay, so that's we'll use SNMP, SNMP traps. Trap means data from data from client to server. Data from client to server, SNMP traps. Okay, someone asked me a question, that is, what is open source? Open source means I build an application. Simply say it is a I have a yeah, this is an application, or maybe my browser is an application, right? My browser is an application. My VMware is an application. My office tool is an application, right? These applications are built and given to the customer, but the customer don't know what is inside of application. I know how to use an application. See, this is a Eclipse IDE application, but I don't know what is inside of that application. Okay, what is the build code of the application? I don't know. Okay, so that is called the proprietary based application. So the only the owner of that application knows how to build that application, what is the code inside of application. Only the build person means the developer or a owner of the application knows. What is open source? Open source means the source code is available publicly. It means anybody knows what is the build code in the application, or a operating system. In the operating system, whenever we heard Linux is open source. Linux is a open source operating system. Meaning is the Linux, the original internally how they build a code means program. Code means nothing but a program. So that program we can able to see directly. Windows is not a open source. Windows is a proprietary of Microsoft. We don't know how they build this Windows operating system. We don't know what is the code built in this operating system. We don't know, but we know the Linux, the code. We can do it. You can download open source operating system, Linux operating system source code. You can download and you can develop and you can republish it also. You can develop and republish also. So that is called a open source. Lot of open source things are there. uh, OpenStack cloud application is a open source. I think you got the point. To build any application or a operating system, you have to write a program, but that program not visible or not allowed to modify by users. Only allowed to modify or a view or adding some more code by manufacturer or a developer only of the application. But if user can able to view the code, modify the code and develop the code as per their wish and republish the code into the public again, so only possible if the application or operating system is open source, means the source code is available to everyone. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Okay, So this is basic point of monitoring. Monitoring means very simple. Monitoring a system means we are monitoring their performance of the system, whether it is on or off. First of all, on or off condition, network connectivity, CPU performance, RAM, hard disk performance, application. When you are working with an applications, how much load on a CPU, RAM, and hard disk and network. Next, central monitoring is also important, right? When you do central monitoring, it means large number of computers, servers, routers, switches, storage devices, like that. Large number of things are there. You have to check their status. Honor of conditions of computers, servers, Wi-Fi routers, or routers, switches, like that. Are their CPU performance, RAM performance, hard disk, and network connections. We have to perform it. So also we can perform in a large quantity of application. How my application is performing in a remote machines. Monitoring of a database servers, like their database tables. Okay, so tables, databases. Okay, can you able to access, or a read and write is there? So like that, is accessible, not accessible, not currently not accessible. Something is happened. Maybe you can't able to read the data from your database or from tables. You can't able to insert the data into the tables, like that. So we have to monitor. Next one is servers, services. Different type of services are there. Simply few services only I written here. So active directory services, user login services, DHCP services, DNS services, VPN services. Okay. Remote desktop services, remote desktop services, like that. So many services are there. Service monitoring is also important. There is a few tools are we use for a services. Lot of tools are there. My preference is Nagios is the easiest tool to use by anyone. Okay, next one is a Zabbix is another free tool we can able to use to monitor things. We can monitor network related servers applications also. We can monitor by using these two free tools. This is the trial version, but still okay version only. So Nagios is a virtual appliances. You can use it. Anybody can use it by VMware or a virtual box. You can deploy it. Same for a Zabbix also. Next one is a more popular tool is WhatsApp Gold monitoring tool. Next one is SolarWinds Network Performance Monitor. PRTZ performance network performance monitor is there. There is a few monitor tooling are there. Cloud-based monitoring tools are there. So you can try that one also. Okay, so most of the monitoring tools use a protocol called a SNMP protocol, Simple Network Management Protocol. The port numbers are 67, 68. So SNMP trap means the client system agent software will send a data to your centralized PC. So then we got the information and we can see it. What is the importance of monitoring is, so if you keep monitoring your infrastructure, if something changes occur, we knows and we can take an action immediately, or notify the person. If something has happened, we go and fix the issue. So that is the importance of monitoring. That's it.